So, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Naneshwari Bhosle, and today we continue our series on cybersecurity essentials. So, let's dive into the next topic, that is hash algorithms. In this, we'll see MD5 and SHA hash algorithms. So, let's begin. So, Message Digest 5, that is MD5. MD5 algorithm developed by Ron Rivest. MD5 is quite fast and produces 128-bit message digest. The input text is processed in 5 and 2-bit blocks, which is further divided into 16 32-bit subblocks. The output of the algorithm is a set of 4 32-bit blocks which make up 128-bit message digest. How MD5 works. So the step 1 is padding. The first step in MD5 is to add padding bits to the original message, which is 64 bit less than an exact multiple of 512. Example, original message 1000 bit, we add padding of 472 to make the length of the message 1472. This because if we add 64-bit to 1472, we get 1536, which is multiple of 512. So 1536 equals to 512 into 3. Thus, original message will have length of 448-bit, 960-bit, 472-bit, and if we add 64, then we'll get 512 into 2, 512 into 2 multiple of 512. So the original message plus padding of 1 to 512 bits give the original message and padding. The total length of this should be 64 bits less than the multiple of 512. Step 2, appending length. After padding, bit are added. Next step is to calculate the original length of the message and add it to the end of the message after padding. Reference photo diagram. The length of the message is calculated excluding the padding bit. Original message 1000, we add 472, then 64, so consider only 1000. This length of the original message is now expressed as 64-bit value. These 64 bits are appended to the end of the original message plus padding. So, original message plus padding is optional plus the length. So, this gives original message padding optional plus length data to be hashed, the hash that is digested. We will realize that the length of the message is now exact multiple of 512. Step 3, divide the input into 512-bit blocks. Now, we divide the input messages into blocks, each of length 512 bits, that is data to be hashed, that is digested, where block 1, block 2, block 3, and block n, each of 512 bits. Step 4, initialize changing variables. Each 32-bit, 4 chaining variables are being initialized, that is A, B, C, and D. Step 5, process blocks. After all the initializations, the real algorithm begins. It is quite complicated. We discuss step by step. Copy the 4 chain variable into 4 corresponding variable, that is A, B, C, and D. Thus now we have A equals to capital A, B equals to capital B, C equals to capital C, and D equals to capital D. Actually, the algorithm considers the combination of A, B, C, and D as 128 bit each, single register, which we shall call as ABCD. This register ABCD is useful in the actual algorithm operation for holding intermediate as well as final results. 5.2, divide the current 5 and 2 bit block into 16 subblocks. Each subblock is 32 bit. Now we have 4 rounds. In each round, we process all the 16 subblocks belongs to a block. Input to each block are A, all the 16 subblocks, B, the variables A, B, C, D, and C, some constants designated as T. So, 16 subblocks give other constants one round, and then A, B, C, and D variables. What is done in these 4 rounds? Step 1, if the 4 round has different processing, the other steps in all 4 rounds are the same. In each round, we have 16 input sub block named M of 0, M of 1, and M of at last M of 15. that is m of I equals to 0 to 15. Also, T is an array of constants. It contains 64 elements with each element consisting of 32 bit, that is T of 1, T of 2, T of 3 and T of 64, that is T of k equals to 1 to 64. Since there are 4 rounds, 16 out of 64 values of T in each round. A process P is first performed on B, C, and D. This process is different in all rounds. The A is added to uh, out, output of the process P. The message subblock M of 1 is added to the output of step 2. The constant T of K is added to the output of step 3. The output of step 4 is circular left shifted bit by S bits. Then B is added to the output of step 5. The output of step 6 becomes a new ABCD for the next step. So this is a process one by one on ABCD. A addition of M of I, T of K, and step 3, 4, 5, 6 into the consideration. We can mathematically express a single ND5, that is A equals to B of A plus process P, B C D plus M of 1 T of K equals S is greater, where A B C D are chaining variables, process P a non-linear operations, M of I which is the ith 32-bit word, T of K is a constant, and S is circular left shift by S bits. So round by round, there are processes P that is to be considered. Matrix T in MD5. So let us see the next, that is secure hash algorithm SHA. The National Institute of Standards and Technology NIST along with NSA developed the SHA in 1993. SHA was published as a Federal Information Processing Standard, that is FIPS PUB 180. It was revised in 1995 and name was changed as SHA 1. SHA is modified version of MD5 and its design closely resembles MD5. The process of transforming input messages M into a fixed size string called as hash value h is called as hash function. It is denoted by h. Here h is the output of hash function is applied on input message M. H equals to capital H bracket M. Hash function protects the integrity of the message. SHA1 takes an input message of maximum length less than 2 raised to 64, that is 512 bit, and produce output of 160 bit, that is 32 bit more than MD5. The word secure in SHA was decided based on two features. SHA is designed to be computationally infeasible to obtain the original message given its message digest. Find two messages producing the same message digest. The overall processing of SHA1 is similar to the MD5. Step 1, padding. Add padding to the end of the original message in such a way that the length of the message is 64 bits short of multiple of 512. Step 2, append length. A block of 64 bit is appended to a message. 64 bit of original message is appended to the result of above step 1. Step 3, divide the input into 512-bit blocks. These blocks become the input to message digest processing logic. Step 4, initialize chaining variable. 5 chaining variable is used in each 32-bit holds. A 160-bit buffer is used to store the intermediate as well as the final result. The buffer is represented as 5 32-bit registers, that is A, B, C, and D and E. So it is now 5 into 32 bit, that is 160 bit. Step 5, process blocks. The steps are quite similar to those in MD5. For first step, copy the chaining variables A to E into variable AE. The combine of A is a ABCD used to storing the temporary intermediate as well as the final result. Step 2, divide the current 512-bit block into 16 subblocks, each containing 32 bits. Step 3, SHA has 4 rounds, each round consisting of 20 steps. Each round takes the current 512-bit block, the register A, B, C, D, E, and constant K of T t equals to 0 to 79 as 3 input. It then updates the contents of the register ABCDE using SHA algorithm steps. We had 64 constant defined as t in MD5. Here we have only 4 constant defined for key k of t. One use each round. Round 4 and value of t between k of t in hexadecimal. Step 4. SHA consists of 4 rounds, each round containing 20 iterations. This make it a total of 80 iterations. The logical operation of single SHA iteration looks in next figure. So the mathematical representation where ABC is register made up of 5 variables, process P logical operation where we shall study later, S raised to T is circular left shift of 32-bit subblock, W of T is 32-bit derived from current 32-bit subblock, K of T is one of the 5 additive constants. We'll notice that this is very similar to MD5 with few variations. We have now see what are meaning of process P and WT. So the value W of t are calculated as follows. For the first 16 words of W, t of 0 to 15, the contents of input message subblock M of t become the contents of W of t straight away, that is, M are copied to W. The remaining 64 values of W are derived from using this equation. So thank you. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Drop your questions or topic requests in comments below and stay tuned for the next video in cybersecurity series. Till then, stay safe, stay secure and thank you so much for watching this video.